It started on a Thursday. Nothing special about the day. I woke up late, made some instant coffee, and stepped out back to catch a bit of the morning sun. That's when I noticed it. A hole, right in the center of my backyard. Perfectly round, pitch black. No warning, no disturbance in the grass. Just there. At first, I thought it was a trick of the light, maybe a shadow from the oak tree overhead, or something to do with the morning dew. I walked closer. 10 feet away, the air changed. It wasn't colder exactly, but heavier. Like a storm was coming, but the sky was blue and clear. My dog, Mason, came up behind me, sniffed the air, and growled low in his throat. I'd never heard that sound from him before. I tried calling him over. He refused. Sat on his haunches and stared at the hole, ears pinned back. It was about 4 feet across, smooth edges, no loose dirt. Just grass, then nothing. Not black like shadow, but black like absence. No depth, no reflection, no light. It didn't look like it went down. It looked like it wasn't there at all. I grabbed a rake and extended it toward the edge. The metal tines vanished into the black the moment they crossed the boundary. No resistance, no sound. I yanked it back. Clean. No heat, no moisture. Just gone and back again. That afternoon, I skipped work. Called in sick, though I felt fine. I sat on the porch and watched the thing. I expected birds, squirrels, maybe even bugs to show up. None did. Not even the wind moved over it. The leaves around the hole were dead still, even as the trees rustled. At some point, Carl, my neighbor, saw me staring and wandered over with a beer in hand. He looked at it and frowned, said, "What the hell is that?" "Wish I knew." "You call anybody?" "City. They said they'd send someone. No one's come." Carl crouched low and stared harder. Maybe a sinkhole. "It doesn't go down." Carl didn't reply. He stared for a while longer, then stood up and muttered something about getting back to his garden. I think he just didn't want to be near it. That night, I slept poorly. Every sound outside had weight. Every creak in the house made me jump. I kept dreaming I was falling. Not screaming, not flailing, just dropping. Silently. Forever. By the second day, the kids in the neighborhood had noticed. 3 of them stood at the fence after school, whispering. I told them to stay away, but they didn't really listen. By evening, they were inside the yard, poking at the edge with sticks. Just like I had. One of them, Lily, knelt down and said something to it. I couldn't hear, but her lips were moving. That night, I boarded up the windows that faced the backyard. By the weekend, it was known. People from a few streets over wandered past slowly, phones in hand. The videos all came out wrong. Static, white noise, or a big black blur. Some showed nothing at all. Just grass. Like the hole wasn't even there. The grass around the edge had begun to yellow. A perfect ring. On Sunday, a man showed up. Gray hoodie, dark sunglasses, government look. No ID, no vehicle, just walked into the yard. Said he was from a department I'd never heard of. "Mind if I look?" he asked. "Do I have a choice?" He didn't answer. Pulled out a small camera, snapped one photo, stared at the hole for a long time. Then he muttered, "Shit," and left. Didn't say another word. I never saw him again. By week 2, things got stranger. Electronics near the hole stopped working. My phone shut off if I brought it too close. Mason refused to go outside at all. His food bowl was untouched. The TV started to flicker at night, always around 3 a.m., and always with the same sound, like whispering in a language I didn't understand. I started recording the audio, but it never saved properly. Sleep became a problem. I'd wake up every hour. Sometimes I swore the hole was bigger, but I couldn't prove it. It was still the same in the daytime, same shape, same place, but I felt it growing. Carl stopped speaking to me. His wife wouldn't make eye contact. That Thursday, I went to the store and came back to find Lily's parents banging on doors. She hadn't come home. Last seen walking down my street. They asked if I'd seen her. I lied and said no. She was the first. The police came. They did a sweep. Didn't go near the hole. Didn't even ask about it. Almost like they didn't see it. Almost like they couldn't. 2 days later, a college student disappeared. Then a jogger. By the end of the week, 5 people were missing. I tried contacting the city again. All I got was static. The following Monday, a second hole appeared, 2 blocks east, identical. We started seeing people in hazmat suits. Brief flashes, in and out. No vans, no badges, just presence. And then nothing. By week 3, the pressure in the air grew worse. It was like something behind the sky was breathing slow and heavy. Everyone felt it. You could see it in the way people walked. Tight shoulders, clenched jaws, fast glances. Like the whole neighborhood was holding its breath. Then Carl knocked on my door. He looked bad, sweating, pale, eyes wide and wild. "I heard it," he said. "What?" "It spoke." I stared at him. What did it say? He didn't answer. He turned and walked away. That night, he nailed plywood over every window in his house. Then he disappeared. No note, no calls, just gone. People started losing it. A neighborhood watch formed, armed and paranoid. They took turns guarding the hole. Then the second hole. Then a third, which appeared near the school. The city went silent. No mail, no garbage pickup, no power some days. Phones worked, kind of, but only for local calls. Nobody came. No news crews, no rescue teams. Just rumors online, and those were worse. Someone said a hole swallowed a plane. Another claimed they were appearing on the ocean floor, opening into something else. I stopped sleeping altogether. On the 31st day, I saw something in the hole. A shape, pale, thin, reaching, but only for a moment. It vanished before I could move, but I knew what I'd seen. The next morning, half the street was gone, just gone. Houses leveled, not burned, not bombed, just missing. A crater the size of a football field, and at the bottom another hole. The others didn't react. They boarded up what was left. They looked at me like I was the problem. Said I asked too many questions, said I was inviting it. I tried to leave, packed a bag, started my truck. It wouldn't start. No power, not even a click. Every other vehicle on the street was the same. We were trapped. And I understood, finally, that the holes weren't portals. They were mouths. And we were the meal. It's now day 47. There are 7 holes in the town. I count them each morning. The sky is pink now, or maybe violet, hard to say. My eyes don't work the same anymore. Something watches me from the first hole. It doesn't blink, doesn't move, but I know it's there. And every night the whispering gets louder. Tonight I think I'll answer it. Not because I want to, but because I think I already did.